Hello everyone, this is Ray Space here in Kerbal Space Program 1.12 on May the 4th, Star Wars Day, and I decided yesterday to make an X-Wing for Star Wars Day, so here it is. I may post the modeling video of how I modeled it in Blender, but for now I'm just posting a video on the result in Kerbal Space Program. That is what it was for. And it does have the wings in attack position thing, but I have not put landing gear. We will need some skids in order, and I'll make further adjustments later if people are interested. However, one place we can potentially get the appropriate sort of style of skids is Lackluster Labs, though it's not perfect. So yeah, if you want your skids, Lackluster Labs has skids, and they have pretty good impact tolerance, 200 meters per second you can land at. But anyway, the first thing I want to do is test it outside. I've basically kept it what you might consider lore friendly, in that I haven't put RCS thrusters and all that. I haven't put the torpedo tubes. It does have torpedo tubes. I haven't put those. We're going to cheat it into orbit and see if it does other things properly. It does use reaction wheels. In fact, according to a diagram, the little cones in here, and actually those little white portions are an accident, but those are actually the gyros. So those are actually the reaction wheels. And according to a diagram, this isn't an air intake. This is actually a reverse thruster. It's to slow down. It's basically an air brake. But a lot of people think that it's an air intake, and there's a lot of good reasons for having an air intake. But yeah, as according to diagrams, that's not an air intake. So anyway, let's set that aside for now. Let me cheat into orbit, and there are many other details I can add, but I think I've done a pretty good job as it is. It was a one-day project, basically. Alright, so here we are, and first of all, let's make sure the reaction wheel is working. It is, because we have no RCS thrusters, that's important. So, turning retrograde. I could make them more powerful, but there's something. Do not try to operate it in an atmosphere yet. I haven't done that part. The wings are not physically relevant. Okay. And let's see. Well, I need to think about what kind of engine effects we would like. It can get a lot of Gs, and it can burn for 28 minutes and provide 146,000 meters per second. So that should be good enough for a lot of purposes, but I'm not too sure the plumes are exactly what I want there. There is engine gimbling as well, so if the engine's on, it can turn pretty darn quickly too. Oh, there's a green blob over there. I don't know why. I did use the pentaboring configuration. I wanted the green blob over here, but apparently it decided not to do that. And then, of course, wings in attack position. So the mod will be in the video description, and eventually it'll be part of my sci-fi pack, but I'll probably make a few extra changes to it. The detailing isn't exactly accurate to the version in the movies, let's put it that way. I used off-the-shelf textures to do the detailing, so that's how that is. And further details may be forthcoming. The cockpit is just the stock cockpit, but actually it's not too bad in this case. You can actually see the lasers there. I made them a little bit beat up, but maybe I should make them a little bit slicker. We do have the food, water, and oxygen here. We can accelerate quite well. Alright, so with that, the mod will be in the video description. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do press like. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below, and I'll see you next time.